There's a lot of things that I don't understand, but most of that is why some people lie about things that really don't need to be lied about. Hello, what's up, and welcome everyone. My name is Miss Quinn, and today I'll be going over Boogie2988. Throughout the years on the beautiful internet, we've had people lie about the most stupidest things that really should not be lied about. We've had Amberlynn Reid allegedly lying about becoming a live action adaptation of a punching bag to her ex. Recently, we've had a woman that goes by the name of Foodie Beauty allegedly lying about a divorce for attention for the second time. And now we have Boogie2988. For those of you who had the gift and pleasure of not knowing who this man is, then I'm sorry, but I'm going to ruin that special luck for you.
Oh, are you trying to manipulate people into giving you money?
The answer is yes. Give me some money. Also, no.
I'm
I'm
saying
not used to this level of scrutiny. I'm
I
not
can
used
tell.
to this level of
Yes.
scrutiny.
Yes.
The YouTuber known as Boogie2988 was born as Stephen Jason Williams and was born on July 24 of 1974. All right, he made his YouTube channel debut on April 5th of 2006, and yes, honestly, this will make him an OG YouTuber. His channel became very popular with his character named Francis, and Francis is basically an over-the-top stereotype nerd character that he made, and he was hoping that it would be really hated, but instead of being really hated, he actually ended up being very beloved, and he made over the top reactions to video game content, to video game news, and nerd culture as a whole. It's actually no secret either that this is what got him his views. Even nowadays, people like a lot of rants, and honestly, even I find it appealing myself. And if you look at it, this is also when McJuggernuggets also made his channel, and it gives you the sense of what was kind of, going around when it comes to YouTube as content and pushing people higher on the platform. The way that Boogie did it was obviously scripted, however, and I can even see myself, turning off my brain to some of these things and even just giving it a nice watch. Even on December 15 of 2014, he tweeted, I read Stephen King's Rage as a child. I played Mortal Kombat as a child. I'd sooner put a gun in my mouth than point it at another soul. And honestly, it's safe to say that he was becoming very well liked for his good heart and overall just intentions. And this was obviously never going to, age wrong. This is always going to age well, right? Well, keep that in mind for later. He would obviously go on to periodically upload a lot of these videos and even regular videos from time to time. But as time goes on, things change. Things always change. However, for the year of 2016, it was the best year, in my opinion, for Boogie. His channel soared to new heights, and he became such a big creator to the point that he won the Trending Gamer Award in 2016 in the Game Awards of that year. Unfortunately, however, like everything in what happens in award shows, people obviously are going to think it's rigged, but I guess we'll never know if it actually was or not. And you think that with this award, his channel would only go up or at least stay steadily where it is. But no, sadly, that is not the case with Boogie. His channel was going down slowly, and many speculate that this is because he started getting lazy with uploading constantly. And I understand wanting to take breaks. We all want to take breaks eventually because of burnout. But we also all know that YouTube's algorithm isn't kind to those who don't upload regularly. You have to have at least some sort of schedule in order to keep the flow going, in order to keep people coming back, just for everything to keep either climbing or staying steady and not going down. However, it would be on June 20th of 2018 where Steven, aka Boogie, would upload a video onto his channel. This is a storytime video about his childhood, and it is something I will not be showing I will only be putting up a screenshot here. I don't like it. In the video, he talks about how his mother truly was and all the things that she would do to him and his siblings. I really hate hearing about children being treated that way, for lack of a better term. It's hard for me to stomach it. I hate it. I once watched a documentary of the trials of Gabriel Fernandez, and I was honestly sick to my stomach. And hearing what had apparently happened to Boogie, also sick to my stomach. I truly cannot even begin to picture how scared he was through all of this. I can see why he has the mental disorders that he does, in all honesty. And no one should have to go through that in any point of their lives. You would think that things would only go better for Boogie after that, being honest with your viewers and being open with them, even with yourself, and accepting all of that happened is liberating. But no. On June 27 of 2019, he got on a live stream where he was trying to sell his viewers on a Tesla. Okay? He was asking for money for the Tesla and letting his viewers know that if they buy a Tesla, they would also in turn help him out.
Secondary reason is he convincing me that it would be better for me. He said it would be better for the environment. And not only that, but I would encourage you guys to get electric cars, which could be better for the environment as a whole. Get off of renewable energy. That would be great. I would no longer be in renewable energy. You guys would no longer be your own renewable energy. It would be great for everybody in the world.
The fact that he tried to sell it as a benefit is laughable. Like, oh, I'll be on renewable energy and then you'll be on it and we'll all help out the environment. Like, no. Then goes on to say this.
I tweeted out that I was not going to be able to afford this car.
Reddit and Twitter lost their fucking minds. Oh, are you trying to manipulate people into giving you money?
The answer is yes. Give me some money. Also, no, I just realized that when I got home, the car was fucking expensive.
Like, sir, of course people are going to assume the worst of you because you know the sway you have over your audience. I just want to say that I love a lot of these messages in this chat right now. They are rightfully calling him out on his BS and basically saying how stupid it was for a car to even cost that much. And it's just like, dude, you complain all the time that you don't have any money. Why are you spending this amount of money on a car? The only thing good to come from this is that after the backlash of the stream is where he canceled the order for the Tesla Model X. And I couldn't have been happier. And I'm pretty sure the same thing goes for his, viewers. Boogie at this point was becoming what is referred to as a LolCow. And for those of you who don't know what a LolCow is, it's basically someone with an online presence who is deemed highly exploitable and susceptible to online trolling and harassment. Unfortunately, a lot of people online fit this category. A lot of people cannot stand trolling, some outright just block it. I know a couple of channels that are basically LolCows at this point, and I don't like it, but whatever. Well, unfortunately, since Boogie was deemed as a LolCow, he started being trolled by someone named Frank Hassel back in 2020. According to Boogie, Frank had been harassing him through the internet and threatening to go over his house. Honestly, I've seen worse online, unfortunately. And the fact that Frank had tweeted at Boogie saying he was over at his house, basically his town, did not help. It did not help one bit. They both later went on to Drama Alert in an interview to discuss what was happening, where Frank himself admits he's not going to do anything to him. He's basically just wanting to troll the shit out of him. Now, it was on that interview that Keemstar himself told Boogie to calm down, to not give Frank the attention that he wanted, since he was basically trolling. He literally just admitted to it. Unfortunately, it's highly known that LolCows don't really understand that, especially when they have a problem with anxiety and paranoia. But Boogie basically went off and kept saying that he was going to end Frank.
What is the fuck
action you're planning? What's the action you're planning, Frank? Because I know the action I'm planning. I'm sending you home in a fuck. That's the action I'm planning. So what?
And going back to Keem after what happened, he said,
wild stuff. So that's what happened last night. Now today, Frank shows up to Boogie's house. Actually shows up.
Yep, that's right. Not only 48 hours later, Boogie lost it. I guess that tweet from years ago, didn't age well. And yes, after that, the memes returned. After the whole fireworks or gunshots fiasco, Boogie officially had a warrant for his arrest on May 7 of 2021 for aggravated assault. Now, this was the consequence to his actions. He then proceeded to turn himself on the 12th of that same month, but of course he posted bail immediately. With everything that happened to him, I personally would have just, put my head down, played it cool, but we're obviously talking about Boogie here. In November 2022, he posted a video which at the time of recording is still on his channel. And, this has basically had people doubting for years. After everything that he had been through, he now had to go through his day-to-day life knowing that he had cancer. It's something that no one wants to hear and fewer people want to even accept. Note that he even states in the very beginning of the video that he had waited a long time before finally making this video.
Well, I've been debating for a while to talk to you guys about this, but I hope it brings you guys a little bit of clarity. Well, you remember about 3 weeks back, I said that I likely could potentially have a form of cancer?
Yeah, he waited 3 long weeks after tweeting that he could potentially have it and then made a whole video about it. Please keep that in mind for later. He then goes on to talk about having polycythemia vera, which is a form of rare blood cancer. He goes on to show that the life expectancy of someone with this type of cancer is 20 years, which is honestly fantastic for the people who don't have polycythemia vera. He again goes on to talk about how many things are happening to him and how he feels like he's being tested. And right here is very interesting, guys.
And in terms of the clarity that I referred to earlier, I've known about this for a little over 6 weeks. That it was a probability, though I just got my official diagnosis.
He says he got his official diagnosis, but after that diagnosis, wouldn't they work hard to actually confirm it to catch your cancer sooner, sir? So you're not questioning every day of your life if you have it or not? It just seems very wrong of them to just, chalk it up to the wind and hope that nothing happens. On May 13, 2023, Boogie's channel had been honestly taking a nosedive in content, but on that day, he participated in a boxing match against Wings of Redemption. Ding, 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 if I ever did hear a ring. He did lose the fight though, but what people didn't notice at the time, or maybe they just didn't pay attention to it, was that in order to fight, he had to get the green light from the medical team. They had to make sure that everyone participating in the boxing matches were healthy enough to fight. They don't just let you fight willy-nilly when you could potentially have something that will make you honestly die on the mat. But I mean, hey, he was lucky that no one at the time looked into that, because it would have been over quicker than if General Zhao would have looked down as soon as he pulled Mulan's shirt. In November of that same year, we received the Mike Plum documentary about Boogie's downfall and his financial troubles. Boo-hoo. This documentary, in my opinion, only served to prove why I stopped watching Boogie. It was so depressing having Boogie basically be serving me more depresso with my espresso, and I already have enough of that depresso. He says how he spent his money on,
and it felt really compulsive at the time.
and it actually made me laugh out loud because He literally said this to Frank Hassel years ago in the interview.
Follow fucking through, and I will end
One of
you.
your hookers come over.
I don't have any hookers,
Play
brother.
your weird little cock.
There are no
okay? Just
hookers. This
chill
is
out.
all more bullshit by you. To come say that to my face. Come say that to my face.
Stop crying.
Come say that to my face. Come falsely accuse me of hookers to my face.
The documentary reminded me of how much Boogie loves to be the victim because of the things that have happened to him, which I understand. You are the victim of the childhood, but you don't have to keep being a victim. I understand feeling down, I truly, truly do, but I don't want someone who makes me feel worse about myself. And unfortunately, that's who Boogie is to me. That's why many people after this documentary were just seeing how depressing, how obsessed with money he has become, and how much he just loves to play the victim.
I think there are some avenues you could explore. I definitely don't think it's impossible, but you have some challenges.
Yeah.
Lots of things in life are about your mindset, and you're using weight and disability. I can't. If that is the attitude that you're gonna have when you approach everything, then you can't, and you won't.
That's why if you're griping to your viewers, if you're complaining to your subscribers, I mean, that just leaves a sour taste in people's mouths.
I think my window's closing. And if it's not closing already, it's already closed.
Right, so if there was money to be made in making people feel depressed, I think Boogie would be in the right business. Boogie tends to be really obsessed with this idea that it's favorable to have people feel sorry for you, and that kind of victim mentality where you can get further in life if people have compassion on you, regardless of the reason they're doing it.
I don't know about you guys, but I actually like buying shares on Robinhood, but I won't tell my followers, hey, don't buy this share for X amount of money, or buy it so you can be a brokey like me, or guys, I just heard of a new crypto and I wanted to share this with you before you lost the opportunity. You hear how that sounds fucked up? But of course, Boogie does not understand that thought process because on June 27 of this year, he posted the most amazing video, which unfortunately was deleted off of his channel. But thanks to deleted videos archived, I think that's how you pronounce it, I was able to watch the full video in all of its dishonor.
But I'm here to tell you the truth and the hacks to help you break free from the matrix so you can be a brokey like me.
You saying, buy this coin if you want to be a brokey like me, is not how you deter someone. I don't trust whenever I'm being told about the next Bitcoin. I prefer not to lose my money over someone telling me that this is going to change my life and I'm going to be the next millionaire. Or, hey, put your money in here if you want to be a brokey like me. No, that doesn't deter anything. Also, everything that he says in this video is so dang flip-floppy. He switches up so much like my ex, and it makes me upset. It's like I'm talking to my ex right now when I'm watching the video. I understand that he was trying to parody Andrew Tate, very unfortunately. But however, you making this as a joke, but pushing off a very, very real coin is not funny. You are playing with people's money, essentially. They are trusting you because they have been watching you for years. They are fans. They think, hey, you have the best interests of them. It doesn't matter if you say, don't buy this coin. A lot of them are going to buy it. Some of them might not. But I bet you a lot of them will, no matter how much you say, oh, I said don't buy it. This situation was so bad that he ended up getting a call from CoffeeZilla that many scammers would absolutely hate to get.
He came to my DMs before he fully launched the coin. He had just done an announcement tweet saying, hey, at pump.fund, which is the platform he was launching on. And then he said to me, hey, I got a question for you, something like that. And I looked at his Twitter profile and I said, don't do what I think you're about to do. And he said, oh, it's too late. Like, I already spent the money.
And it's in this video that Boogie acts like he's just lost a few too many brain cells. He tells CoffeeZilla that he didn't know it was a pump and dump. But like, dude, you literally had to tag pump.fun. Did you not put 2 and 2 together? Like, the crypto, here's the thing. Cryptocurrency isn't a new concept. And neither is the concept of a meme coin, which is essentially in order for you to be scammed from your money. And if you're wondering, yes, I was one of the people that actually put their money in Dogecoin. Did not work out for me, obviously.
Yeah, I was not expecting that, obviously.
You know who was expecting that? The people who paid you.
I obviously don't want anybody to lose money. I thought there was going to be some trading. I thought people would buy enough coins to join the community and come and fuck around and have fun. I thought they might spend a little bit of money like they do on Cameo or Patreon or OnlyFans to have some personal interaction. That's what I was expecting. I wasn't expecting anybody to think they're going to make money from this, especially because I specifically told them, you will not make money from this.
And when that godlike move didn't work of him pretending that, you know, that he didn't know what he was talking about, guess what he always does when he's criticized? Guess what he did? He lashed out. You're a very grown-up man, Boogie. You're very grown. That didn't make you look guilty at all. Absolutely not. It's very common for innocent people to lash out in defense as a way to prove their innocence. I mean, a bunch of other people do it all the time, right? I also like when near the middle of the video of CoffeeZilla, he straight up asks him if he'll keep the money, and the way he answers.
The money's already spent. It's at Mercy Hospital right now. It's gone. I used it to pay debts. If I'm being genuine with you, and I do want to be genuine with you and the rest of the internet, I'm in pretty dire need of money. I have a lot of medical bills, and I'm fighting cancer, and I very much like not to fuck around with my healthcare too much, but that's something I would genuinely have to consider.
Like, it's obvious you're selfish and you're just looking after you. And honestly, you can tell that the only reason why he answered this certain way is because he doesn't want to be framed as the bad guy. He even says, well, if people want to think of me badly, they can. It's just like, okay, stop with the whole trying to do the reverse psychology thing. Like, Boogie, I can never see you as a bad guy. Like, you are, sir. I understand you have medical bills, sir. I currently have an almost $3,000 for an ambulance ride that wasn't even 20 minutes long. And guess what? I haven't scammed a single damn soul. He also tends to use his cancer diagnosis as a damn Hylian shield for any form of criticism. I hate the self-pity party here so much. The fact that he, hangs on to this cancer diagnosis like if it's his last lifeline, like if it's the only thing keeping Ganon from tearing him to shreds.
Okay, thanks, Boogie. I appreciate it. I hope you get really better. You, I hope you get better with your sickness. And
yeah, it's cancer, man. People don't generally get better. But I appreciate that. Thank you.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Have a good one.
Thank you.
The way that, CoffeeZilla says, good luck with everything, in the clip that I just showed you, one, that's a very nice way of signing off. And honestly, you could just say bye to that. You don't need anything else. But you're just like, oh, it's cancer, buddy. Not too many people be okay with that. It's like, okay, dude, I get it. I get what you have, or what you supposedly have. But you don't need to keep bringing it up every single time. As Coffee pointed out, every time you're criticized, you use this over and over again. With any form of criticism, you have used this as the goddamn Hylian shield.
You think making people lose money, that's a good lesson?
No, I wanted to keep them from doing that. I wanted to get the message out to make sure they didn't. That's the point. I thought it would go viral as a meme coin, as a joke, as a comedy bit. I thought that it would make people laugh. I thought people...
An investment is never a comedy. Like, people who are trying to tie comedy to investments, it's hilarious.
Make an investment. I didn't expect anybody to make a large investment. Why...
LolCow Live is a podcast created by Keemstar, also known as the person who runs Drama Alert, on October 17 of 2023. And it was meant to have DSP, Wings of Redemption, and Boogie, although DSP never actually read any of his emails and then was later replaced by Tommy C. Now, while Keem rants and rages, the chat spams to put Destiny on, saying that Destiny has proof that Boogie is faking his cancer, something that is a heavy accusation against somebody. It's safe to say that the people were getting close to the truth, and even when Keem put on the member only mode, the messages still kept coming. Yes, they didn't come as frequently, but they were still spamming to put Destiny on because Destiny was 99% sure that Boogie was faking his cancer diagnosis. If Keem really did not care about Boogie, then he definitely wouldn't have ignored them completely. He would have had Destiny on, planned it all out live, and then that's it, case closed, and have it as a video. However, no, he kept ignoring them. But even though he was so mad that Boogie basically just said that, that he doesn't even pay Boogie.
But you know what did bother me? Is when Boogie2988 and CoffeeZilla were talking in a private call that the public has not heard yet. And the only reason why I know about this conversation, because CoffeeZilla called me and played the recording for me. It's never aired anywhere. You will not believe what the Boogie2988 said. Because CoffeeZilla was putting pressure on Boogie to do the right thing and to return the $10,000 he received for promoting Fatty Coin. And after multiple different lies, after multiple different excuses, Boogie uttered this lie that pissed me off so much. Boogie told CoffeeZilla that he can't refund the money because he's not getting paid from LolCow Live. He's not getting paid. He literally lied to CoffeeZilla, acting like he wasn't getting a check from this fucking show.
So I don't know how the hell Boogie ends up with such a great people around him, because I honestly would have immediately been like, okay, you know what? Let's talk. Let's at least have like a little conversation going. But that's just me. But on July 11, the video that first broke the internet was passing through. And that was Boogie2988 lied about his cancer, featuring Mr. M and Destiny. But Boogie, though, like a true grateful person, starts to basically insult Keemstar, saying that he thought, that Keemstar saw him as a friend, but that he was mad about, coffee. And basically Boogie just goes on to say, oh, did you know he records you immediately when you call him? He doesn't tell people when he's recording. But if you know who he is, then you should know that he records. It's like calling the aunt that always puts people on speaker and getting mad that she put you on speaker. But he was upset that Kim was going to be on the show for that time, saying that he didn't need to be there. But of course he'd say that. He'd say anything after what happened with him and Coffee. He told Keem, oh, well, he edited it wrong. You know that you can put stuff off and edit. And he said,
I got a call from CoffeeZilla where you told him you don't get paid for this show.
No, I told him that no, here's what I told him, Keem, and you know this.
A whole ton of fucking words, a whole ton of words. But CoffeeZilla didn't just tell me that you told him that you weren't getting paid from this show. He played the fucking recording because he recorded you.
Then why? Then I understand that. Do you think people can edit things to be a little bit out of context?
Oh, come on.
Because in that same conversation,
Of course, Keemstar then went on and Boogie was immediately on the defensive. Boogie, of course, played the whole, oh, the clip was edited out of context. And that statement is something that's always said when people are being accused and have no other means of a defense. But Keemstar right away went back and said, well, besides telling me that you said this, he played the recording for me because he recorded you. First, Boogie kissed Coffee's ass, and now because he realized he messed up about saying that he's not even sure he's going to get paid. Now he insults him. Now he doesn't like how Coffee does things. After he literally just kept saying, oh, I like the way you do things. And now CoffeeZilla isn't a credible person. Now, when Keemstar came on, of course, he was rightfully upset because he's basically saying he's not getting paid. And you're the boss and you know you're paying these people. So to get back at Boogie, he thought that by inviting Destiny, Boogie would be placed on the hot seat. You see, the days leading up to that LolCow episode, Destiny had been claiming that Boogie had been faking his cancer diagnosis. So Keem thought that by inviting him, Boogie would just feel the pressure and show his cancer diagnosis paperwork in order to shut him up. But this isn't what happened.
Boogie2988, you are being confronted tonight.
This was the start of the downfall for Boogie to something that I think Boogie wished he called in sick that day. Keemstar, through all of this, straight up believed in Boogie, and he believed in him and that he had this thing. He said, all you have to do is just show your diagnosis and you win. And of course, to any person who wasn't lying, that would be easy. All you need to do is just redact a couple of stuff, and that's it. All you need to do is just show your diagnosis. However, we're talking about Boogie here, and he said he wanted to maintain one last shred of privacy.
Yeah, why are you praying to God 2 years after you said that you have cancer, that you don't have cancer?
Yes. Boogie, you want to keep saying you're the patient, you know what you have, your body has.
Yes.
When I go to the doctor, they give me like this, which is like papers that will tell me.
And I was going to say, Boogie can end this whole thing. Tell me a single document with polycythemia vera on it. You don't have one. I don't think the doctor ever diagnosed you with it.
I'm never showing any of these motherfuckers my medical papers. Go f yourself. I said that 2 years ago, and I'm staying by it now. Destiny, Jackson Clark, Keemstar, you can see it when I fucking die. It's my fucking goddamn medical record. I've given you every goddamn phone call. I've given you every fucking text. I've given you. It's never made a single goddamn thing better. I'm not gonna fucking do it. Go f yourselves.
You could easily end this right now by just showing
I would rather you motherfuckers continue to LARP. I would rather you motherfuckers continue to LARP than to have the last goddamn thing. The last goddamn thing.
You're the one who accused of LARPing.
Security I have in the fucking world.
Like, sir, what are you talking about? What privacy? You shared everything about your life. You consistently take off your shirt. Like, you literally got on all fours and mooed at the camera for Keemstar. I don't think you have any more privacy. I think you basically just threw that all away. And every time you get a new diagnosis about any illness or anything, you just say it. You say it right away. So what privacy? You're not used to like keeping anything in private unless it's like it doesn't convene you. I mean, I don't know anymore. I'm getting frustrated. Before you even had this quote-unquote cancer diagnosis, you would keep telling everyone, oh, I'm mentally ill. Oh, I have depression. Oh, I have this. I'm morbidly obese.
My daddy has a gold tooth. Wow, gold tooth? My dad has a gold tooth. My dad has diabetes.
I understand you're depressed, sir. I fully understand it. I myself was diagnosed with bipolar depression. You don't see me bringing that up as a defense every time someone tries to criticize me. Boogie shared everything about his life. He even said he had cancer, one of the many serious claims. Keemstar was even telling him that if he doesn't show it, then he will be known as the man who faked cancer. And of course,
you won't prove it?
I'd rather you go ahead and print it.
If this is true, and you lied about cancer, this is the biggest scandal on the fucking internet.
And it's not, but go ahead and print it anyway.
I need him to be so for real. My grandma, one of my uncles, and one of my aunts from my mom's side all had skin cancer. I've known personally someone who has died of cancer. And even if I didn't, who is sick enough to lie about that? Well, apparently that was something that Boogie was going to take to his grave because, of course, his privacy is so much more important than him throwing in people's faces all the time, hey, you can't criticize me because I have cancer. On July 15th of this month, a live from LolCow started on YouTube with the title Boogie returns to LolCow live to face the music. And I have no idea how the hell, Keem and Wings of Redemption backstabbed Boogie. Again, he did it to himself.
Is that true? He that Boogie accused you of setting him up.
I called Boogie to see how he was doing, right? Because it was a bad day. I'm like, hey Boogie, you know what? How you doing? And basically during this call, he called me a backstabber.
Yeah.
He was insinuating that I was helping dogpile on him and I didn't have his back. And I'm like, dog, I couldn't have your back. I had your back until you made it physically impossible not to have your back.
He did the same thing to me. He did the same exact thing to me. He goes, you're supposed to be my friend. I just hung out with you at your house and you attacked me. I go, dude, I thought in my head, and I swear to God, this is a true story. I thought in my head, Destiny's going to come on, say you're faking your cancer, and you're going to prove you have cancer because there's no way you would lie about something like that. And that was going to be the end of it.
No one made him lie that he knew No, lie about that you had cancer for 2 years. And you need to make a scam, a crypto scam for your fans so you can get money for that cancer. But then Boogie starts going after Destiny for just reading stuff off of Wikipedia, saying this.
You remember how Destiny came in to my live stream, or to our live stream, after doing about 10 minutes of research on polycythemia? After reading about it on Wikipedia, and then it's like, oh, I know all about it. I know way more about it than you. I know way more about it than your doctors. Well, you know who else gets tired of that shit? Joe fucking Rogan.
I love that this man just keeps lying. Listen, Boogie, I have no clue if your brother is or isn't a doctor, but I know for sure as hell he did not see your medical records. It's kind of hard to see something that isn't there. It's like those memes about John Cena. And again, because Boogie is being questioned, he starts lashing out, saying this.
I have witnesses. My fucking brother is a witness. My girlfriend is a witness. My best friend is a witness.
This doesn't prove anything since you're naming people who will lie for you. Your brother and your girlfriend would lie for you. I know I would lie for my partner. I know if it had something pertaining to my brother, I know I would lie for him. Most definitely. And again, he started going after what Destiny has done. And just so they can stop talking about Boogie faking cancer. Using Joe Rogan as well as a credible source is a very low bar for you, Boogie. Listen, I'm not defending Destiny at all. But this is a video on Boogie, not a video on Destiny. All I can say about Destiny is that the comments that he made are honestly very sickening, and I have no idea what kind of person would even make them. And in the first 40 minutes of the stream, it's only him deflecting, and even chat getting sick of it because they're just like, hey, Keem, stop letting him deflect, because he keeps talking about Destiny. Even they barely start scraping by on his fake cancer, and then he brings up Destiny again and his fake Wikipedia search. It's like, sir, what? Sir, you said once you heard your doctor say it, you went home and Googled it. It's literally what you said on the first, podcast that you were on. Are you forgetting literally what you say? Oh, I forgot. That's because you're lying. And here's the thing that happens when you lie, Boogie. You can't keep up with your lies. He then goes on to say that he did have skin cancer, but when he was 25, and that he'll screenshot that, but not the cancer that he currently has.
I had skin cancer. I had basal cell carcinoma. 25 years old. That's in my medical records. I read that shit to you the other day. I'll file that. I'll screenshot. That I'll fucking prove. Can I have the money now? Can I have the money now? Can I have the money now?
Then why did you just tell him that you'll send him the skin cancer diagnosis, but you won't send him the diagnosis of the cancer that you currently have? No medical records are sacred if you're willing to screenshot them. You're even saying, oh, years from now, I'm still not going to want to screenshot because these are sacred, yet you're what was so willing to screenshot the cancer diagnosis from when you were 25 and you had skin cancer. Yes, that makes total perfect sense. I won't be playing the clips of him insulting everyone, including Mudahar. Like, Kim compliments Muda, so Boogie insults him, then says, oh, he's not like mad, he doesn't hate him, he's just neutral. Like, dude, shut up. When you cannot stand it whenever someone else has compliments about them or has anything nice to say about them, if it's not you. Currently, you want all the little attention, you want to deflect, you want to do all this stuff because they're going after you for your fake cancer. He then said he went to 3 different doctors and they all said that he does have cancer and that they all looked at his charts. Like, I'm sorry, what, sir?
And I'm just going to say,
we're going to bring a doctor in. We're bringing Honey Badgers in. He's going to be a doctor. I just added him on Discord.
I don't know. Can we confirm that he's a doctor? Is that that's important?
There's no way we can.
He says he'd be able to confirm it.
Take whatever he says, positive or negative, with a grain of salt, because he's not confirming he's a doctor.
Boogie literally asking for proof that Honey Badger is a doctor. Honestly, the nerve that he has to ask for something like that. It's like, can we confirm that he's a doctor? Oh, since he's not confirming, then take anything he says, positive or negative, with a grain of salt, because he's not confirming anything. So again, since you're not confirming your cancer diagnosis, you should be the last person to say anything about anybody confirming stuff, because then we should be taking what you say with a grain of salt. All of this is honestly so stupid. Like, say colon cancer, sir, instead of saying ASS cancer. Like, he calls skin cancer and polycythemia vera a joke cancer. Sir, I'm going to try and sound as calm as I possibly can because I've been lashing out and I need to calm down. Cancer is cancer. Say it with me, sir. Cancer, yes, is cancer. Does not matter if it is skin cancer. Does not matter if it's polycythemia vera cancer. Cancer is cancer. No cancer is a joke. The minute you hear the big C, no one wants to have it. Does not matter what type of thing that you have. No one wants it. But again, unless you're Boogie, because now he's wishing he has it just so they can all shut up. It's like, oh, I wish I had it though, so you can. It's just like, dude, stop it. Like, literally just stop it. One thing I hate completely is the last stream that Boogie was a part of, like today. And yes, today, as the time of recording this. Listen, guys, I've been taking such a long time with this video, okay? But on July 22nd, which is something that I had to add on.
I can't fucking stand this! I can't fucking stand this! I've ruined my fucking life! I just want to be over!
I absolutely hate this. You're going off about you hating yourself and hating your life and hating everything. You literally caused everything that is happening. You know what we don't do? We don't bury ourselves in the sand. We don't bury a deeper hole for us to bury ourselves in. You could have at any point with this 2-year mark, you could have come out and lied and said, oh my God, guys, good news. I don't have polycythemia vera. I just had my 3rd doctor do a diagnosis and he said that I do not have cancer. You could have literally lied again, but this time lied to save yourself. But of course, you keep lying and using it as a shield, just like you consistently use your mental health as a shield. There was even a part where Boogie wasn't even being asked about the stuff that his parents did to him, and I'm not gonna play that clip. It's honestly, I'm just gonna play it, but with obviously muted and stuff. But it's like, but when Keemstar said that he was gonna hang up because, you know, he's doing too much and he's hurting himself, and that is literally self, you know, guess who calmed down? Yeah, and I was honestly sick of it. Boogie keeps choosing to stay in this utter pit of misery But then what can I expect from the most depressing YouTuber that we've ever had on the platform? He then puts the blame on Keemstar for putting him in this situation. And honestly, this man takes zero accountability. And it gets very tiring. Again, sir, the only thing he did was put Destiny on that call because he got mad. And guess why he got mad? Because you lied to CoffeeZilla and said that you weren't going to get paid. And that's why you needed to keep the money that you just scammed people out of. So guess what? One, A triggered B and then triggered C. And then look where you are, sir. Because you decided to double down until you finally couldn't stand to say, you know what? It's true. I don't have cancer. I faked it. You know, you made this just go around in circles. And it was very tiring just seeing him over and over again, just like act like a total nutcase, for lack of a better term, for attention. Honestly, all of this is attention. And it's sad to say, and it's not sad to say because this is obvious, Keemstar is not going to remove him from the show. That is blatantly obvious. Keemstar is not going to remove Boogie because Boogie, unfortunately, brings views. And he is honestly a kind person. I never thought I would say this, but he really wants Boogie to have this sort of redemption. He likes Boogie. For years, he has known Boogie. For years, he has been friends with Boogie. So why are you then going to turn around and say, oh, I'm in this situation because of you, Keem? No, you're in the situation for you, because of you at the end of the day. You're not in the situation because of anyone else. Please, sir, take some accountability. At the end of the day, Boogie might have started all of this thinking that he did in fact have cancer. But then he knew he didn't have it. And guess what? He knew he didn't have it because he straight up refused to show any proof. He refused to show any of that. Now he's being tested to see if he has it. But meanwhile, he knows he doesn't have it. And while all this has been happening, he's been getting money for his cancer, which he doesn't have. He's just like, I haven't started a GoFundMe page. I haven't started donations. I haven't done any of that. It's just like, no, but if you go on Twitch and people donate money to you and it says for cancer, just like when you did that Tesla stream and it said for the Tesla, it doesn't matter if they put a cent in there, one little bitty, which is 1 cent. It does not matter. If you accepted that money, Boogie, guess what? It means you have accepted money for a cancer that you do not currently have. And if anyone remembers, a year ago, this one TikToker named Maddie Russo knowingly faked having cancer. And as she was faking pancreatic cancer, guess what? She was accepting money. She was accepting donations. The other problem with her is that accepting the money from a scam like this is a felony. And yes, she did receive months of probation, but that's because she had no priors. Boogie, in fact, does have priors. She literally went through everything, bought feeding tubes, stuck it up her nose, put it wrong on her chest and taped it down. Honestly, and then faked saying, oh, you know, the reason why my hair isn't falling out is because I'm taking these medications and it's making me look so fabulous, and then cut her hair and put it on like the freaking sink and wouldn't guess that we would know. It's like, dude, you just cut your hair. It didn't fall out. There's a clear distinction and a clear difference from when someone cuts their hair from when it just falls out. Like, you could have just asked me. I could have just like put my hand through my hair and I would have given you some, some hair. Give me like 3 days. I'll brush my hair very, very thoroughly. And then I'll give you all the hair that is falling out. Like, you could have done that and just give me like $50. Just kidding. You're still a piece of sugar honey iced tea. I'm not going to say the full word. I already have much editing to do. I really hope Boogie did not accept a lot of money. I really hope he did not, because like I said, pulling this kind of scam, the whole, oh, I have cancer when you know you do not have cancer, knowing you could have at any point pulled the plug, which is what the judge said to Maddie Russo. Guess what, sir? You have now, like, this is a felony, sir. I don't know what else to say. And then you scammed your audience with a cryptocurrency scam and then said, oh no, I can't return the money because like $5,000 is already spent on my cancer treatments. Like, what did you do with the money? No one is literally asking. Like, I've watched the streams. No one is asking you, what did you do with the money? Everyone is just focusing on the fact that you don't have cancer, which, okay, I get it. But what did you do with the money if you don't have cancer? Because 10 grand is a lot of money, sir. And 10 grand could have easily gone back to the people that you scammed it from. Well, guys, this has been such a long video. And honestly, I hope he doesn't have it either way. I don't wish that on anybody, even if he lied about it and even when all this stuff came out. And also, even though he just like literally insulted people and everybody who has skin cancer and polycythemia vera, it's just like, by calling it a joke cancer, no cancer is a joke, sir. I'm sorry, I don't know what you were going off of, but those were very, very poor choices of words, and you have kept making them throughout this entire thing. And that's not including all the racist comments that you have said in the past, sir. Trust me, if I were to put every single thing that I found out about Boogie, this video would have been 10 times longer. And it would have taken me at least like 3 weeks to finish editing and everything. But even after all that, I don't wish cancer on Boogie. I wish him I just wish him to have a, like, healthy mental health. He uses mental health as a shield, and he used cancer as a shield for so many things that he should have been criticized for. And honestly, that's what I don't like. I don't like that at all. You have people that are struggling with their mental health, and you probably are. I'm not saying you're not, but it's like, I also have bipolar depression. There are a lot of days where I'm just like, I feel like being unalive, but like, and then I cry to myself, but guess what? It's okay, because I just look at all the good things that I do have. I look at the people that make me happy. I look at the friends that I get to talk to every day. Not just because everything seems doom and gloom for even weeks straight, and a lot of times even months. You'll get out of it. And right now, Boogie is putting himself into a much deeper hole, because he knows the more insane he acts, the more views it's going to get. And that's what he wants. He wants more eyes on him, as much as he says he doesn't want that. And honestly, Boogie, your Twitter post is amazing. The fact that you're just like, oh, I didn't fake that I have cancer. The internet thinks I faked cancer. I have a dad who died of cancer. And yet at the very thing where readers add context, it says Boogie admits that he faked cancer. I'm sorry, I had to throw that in. I don't know. But anyway, guys, please don't fake cancer. And well, with all that being said, have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your week. Bye-bye.
I'm saying,
I'm not used to this level of scrutiny.
I can tell.
To this level of
Yes.
scrutiny.
Yes.